Welcome to the Next Level Podcast with Brian Daniels. Ooh, boom shakalaka.
Hey everybody, welcome to another brand spanking new episode of the Next Level Podcast. My name is Brian Daniels. I'm your host. Thanks so much again to Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam, NFL Blitz, NHL Hits. And I forget. Oh, MLB Slugfest.
There was a couple,
He's just
he's done quite a few things.
he's done a lot of stuff. Anyway, but thanks for doing our intro. We super appreciate that. Maybe we can try to get somebody else to do another intro for us. If you want to do an intro for a show, let us know.
Kind of like a theme song.
Kind of like a theme song.
See what I did there?
Yeah. So that's good. That's a great segue into what we're talking about tonight. So on this episode, we're going to be talking about TV show themes. We did game shows. We didn't talk about themes, but it was part of the conversation. But just TV show themes in general, like some of the best, maybe the ones we remember the most.
Yep, I was gonna say most. Yeah.
Maybe some that even are just a song.
Yeah.
That's
like a real song that you can listen to on the radio,
like a song that was not created for the show,
or a song that is a song
was created for the show that made it to the airwaves.
So I'm gonna start us off.
Of course.
With one that I don't even know if you guys thought about this one. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I did not think of this one.
No, actually, because I straight up wanted to bring up the difference between the Fresh Prince and the original and the remake.
And the new one, yeah.
The new one has doon doon doon, and that's it. That's the
theme song. Oh yeah. Yeah, Bel-Air.
But man,
that's a theme sound.
That's a theme sound, not a theme song.
Yeah.
So we got the Fresh Prince.
Song do you know?
Oh my God, I used to sing this all the time.
I don't know the whole thing. What? But this is definitely a song that definitely defined the 90s. Will Smith, of course, is the one that sings the song. Yeah. One of the few TV show themes sang by fun trivia. One of the few TV show themes sang by the star of the show.
Yeah. And it's the only one where it's not fucking cheesy.
Yeah, I can't think of other theme songs that were sung by the star of the show. The star, specifically, the main, like Mary Tyler Moore, like the Marilyn Monroe show, like that, like that.
Was it Laverne and Shirley?
We'll have to
sang by Laverne and Shirley.
Maybe that one was. I don't know. But anyway,
I don't remember that one.
Do you guys know without looking? Without looking. What the actual
without looking.
Do you know what the name of the actual song is called?
Yes, I do actually.
What's it called?
Yo Home to Bel-Air.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo Home to Bel-Air.
When did it come out? Like 1990? Did this show?
Yeah.
See, that was like 10. Of course, I know.
Like right up your alley.
Yeah.
What an iconic theme song.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Have done various iterations of this song. This for those who may not know, Will Smith actually was a rapper.
Yes.
Him and DJ Jazzy Jeff would go on tour back then. Later he had songs like Miami. That was a big one that people know him for. The whole Welcome to Miami song. Yep, true. That's true too. But this song, I had to start with it because we had to kind of kick it off with a song probably most everybody knows.
Yeah.
This song, it's been used in so many bits. I've heard this song at sports events. This is a song that kind of just outgrew its TV theme show use, right? Like it's more than just a TV show theme at this point, right? This is a
TV show theme.
This is like a piece of American. This is a piece of Americana.
Yeah,
at this point,
it legit is. Yeah,
right. Like as of this recording, we're about to go to PopCon, right? When you guys hear this, we'll have already went. But PopCon's a culture event. This to me, when I think of pop culture, this is the definition of that.
I'm so mad.
And you guys have any thoughts about this show? Maybe did you guys watch this show?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yes.
I
Are you
didn't
kidding me?
watch, like every episode.
Tatiana Ali,
Oh yeah.
in
Yeah.
this. You had what's the dude? What's the other guy? The famous guy who had the dance. You know what I'm talking about?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Alfonso. What was the dance
Alfonso
called?
Rivera. Yeah, he was Carlton. He
The
was
Carlton.
Carlton. There it
Yeah,
is.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Alfonso Rivera was in this. And then the
Right.
guy that played the uncle just passed away not too long ago, right? Or that's
Years
been
ago.
a few years
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. He was also Shredder. Did
Yeah.
you know that?
Yes, I did know that he was
Yeah.
Shredder. I did.
Yeah.
So what
show.
sticks out to me about this song or about this show, really, and it's funny because I was just thinking about this show earlier today, so I have no idea why I didn't think of this show and this song. But I can't think of who sings. I cannot think of her name who sings this song. I'm having, it's been a long day, but the new song Anxiety, it's been out for a few months
Doechii?
now. Yes, thank you.
Doechii.
So Doechii. But they did a little video. Her, Tatiana Ali, and Will Smith did a video. Do you guys know that famous scene? It's been made a meme, like a GIF, like everywhere, of where Ashley, Tatiana's character, was in her bedroom with a Walkman, had her
Oh,
headphones.
dancing. Where they're
Yes,
dancing.
and she's dancing and just moving
Yeah, of
around.
course.
And Will comes in there behind her, and he doesn't hear music at all, but he sees her dancing, and so he like dances
starts
and everything
dancing.
himself, and like and not just joining in, and like
Yeah.
she turns around and he's dancing, and she's like, Will.
Yeah.
Well, they did kind of like a reprise of that.
Oh, they like kind of remade
Oh,
yeah,
that's very cool.
with
Very
Doechii.
Oh, that's
And yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty cool. You guys should look
Oh,
it up
yeah.
and see. But that was
Uh,
a few months ago. So when the
You,
song
you know,
first
and something that just popped that I was thinking about when I was trying to think of like other shows and stuff. Do you remember how like I don't know, it felt like Family Matters and Full House had almost the same song, but different parts in the song were the theme song.
They all did, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of them did back then. TGI
like-
Friday.
yeah. TGI
We'll talk about
Fridays, you
those.
know.
We're going to talk about those as well.
So I want to say, the very first song,
Yeah, what was the song?
Josh, when you proposed this idea in the chat, in the group chat, the very first song that came to mind was one of my absolute favorite TV shows when I was a kid.
Mhm.
The Wonder Years theme song.
Yes.
How does that
actually on my
go?
personal list.
It's by Joe Cocker. It's called
Well,
With a
no,
Little Help
Joe
from My
Cocker
Friends.
Oh,
performed
I need a little help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Oh, yeah,
originally
yeah,
a
yeah,
Beatles
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that song was originally, I think, in the late 60s. And the Wonder Years, if nobody, please, I hope people listening, there's at least some of you that are familiar with this show, took place in the 70s. And
Yeah.
it was all narrated by Fred Savage's character as an adult,
Yep.
reminiscing about, his time as a
His
youth, his
childhood,
coming of age. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very, very huge coming of age show. And
Yeah, he played Kevin, and then
he played Kevin Arnold, and then
Kevin
of course
Arnold.
there was Winnie Cooper,
that was my first crush as
Yep.
a kid.
Danica Patrick, or Hannah Patrick, not Patrick. That's the race car driver.
Dan-
That's the
Danica
race car
McKellar.
driver.
Danica
Thank you.
McKellar.
Danica
Yeah, I was
McKellar,
like,
yeah.
Danica Patrick is the IndyCar driver.
Yeah. She played Winnie
yeah.
Cooper, and then of course there was a guy who played Paul that everybody said, in later years before the internet, was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I remember that. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that was
no,
stupid.
that's one of my absolute favorite intros and theme songs to a TV show. I love it.
Josh, what about you? What's your one that strikes you?
And it's really hard to pick one because I am that fucking weird kid. Like, have you seen those memes where it's like, what flavor of autism did you get? I like to take apart my appliances and watch Lord of the Rings. Mine is I fucking love TV theme songs.
Mhm.
Legitimately, when I was a teenager, back when we made mix CDs, I had a mix CD that was just TV show theme songs. Dude, and I would rock out on the road. But
That is
if I had to
awesome.
pick one off the top of my head right now, just because it's special for me and Rachel at the same time, it's Family Ties.
Family.
Really?
I don't remember how
Yes.
that goes at all.
And-
I wish we
and in
could play
fact,
these, but
I'll
can't.
tell you because I I joked about, our wedding vows just being the words to the Family Ties theme song, and Rachel's like, I think four people there would get it, but you can't fucking do that because they did that joke on the show The Goldbergs.
That's funny.
It's
That's pretty
we've
funny.
we've known each other for 1,000 years. We love each other for 1,000 more. I don't do slow singing very well, but it's fucking it's great. I don't know. It's just
I heard
it's one of those things that's important to Rachel and I because we we found a TV channel that was just Family Ties. And
Yeah,
every time it would start a new episode, I would like serenade Rachel with the theme song. I don't know. It was just something silly we do on Saturday mornings when we both used to have Saturdays off. But no,
yeah,
that's a great one. Because the song itself pretty much lets you know that like because like while the song is playing, they're showing like a montage of the family, the parents meeting each other and getting
yeah.
married
I
and then
remember
like
that.
having their first kid. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah,
it's fantastic for the situation. It literally sets up the show that you're about to watch. I think without going too explicitly like explaining what's going on, I think that's the perfect type of theme song for a show. Uh,
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Let's go back
of course,
around.
you can't get much better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, though.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. We're
Yeah.
gonna loop it back around. Let's do this. Let's see. I would have to say another one for me is the Golden Girls theme.
See, that was my second one pick too.
Um,
Yeah.
That's
like
a
that
great song.
show. Yeah, the Thank You for Being a Friend.
Yeah.
That's another iconic one to me. Um, and I know a lot of people, and we'll talk about this for a second. Like you're watching Netflix now, and they give you the option to skip the intro. I'm just like, why?
Fuck that.
Like, why? That's the show. That's a part of the
You
show.
know what?
If
You know
your
what?
show has a skippable intro, it's probably not good.
You're a, yeah.
Like
It,
it's probably not good.
so like right now, because I made the build up happen. There were several different shows that I made Rachel watch before we watched Twin Peaks together because it's that important to me and that fucked up of a series to watch. Because if
Yeah.
you're not ready for like some weird shit, you're gonna be out by the second episode.
No, I
So
agree with that.
but the theme song is just this really slow. The song is called Falling, but like
Okay.
it's just this really slow slumber melody. Dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun. And like
Yeah.
I'm actually doing it sped up because it really is this slow drawn out. And we watch it the whole fucking thing, every single episode. And the fact that
Yeah.
we got through the first season with the whole
Nice.
intro, I was like, okay, Rachel, you passed.
But for Golden Girls, I want to talk about this for a sec. Golden
Yeah.
Girls, what this theme, as I was saying a minute ago, is like, people like to skip that shit now when they watch Netflix. And I'm
Fuck
like, I
that.
don't like to do that a lot of times unless it's a really good theme song. This is one of those themes I would never skip. This used to be
Yeah.
on Netflix, I think, either that or Hulu. And they
I'm
always
not.
say skip the intro, and you can't skip the intro of the Golden Girls. It's like it's kind of one of those like, things you should never do. But that theme is so memorable. Um, and that show in and of itself is such a great show. Um, they don't make shows like that anymore, really, or not very often.
No, and they were way ahead of their time too. They
Oh
were a
yeah.
very progressive show. They were a
I know
very
there was like
progressive
an
show.
episode where Tim Meadows and Rue McClanahan. What happened there?
Yeah.
Did my oh there it is.
I was like,
Tim Meadows and Rue McClanahan were on the
Meadows.
what's her name? Which one was she?
who? Rue McClanahan?
Yeah, it was
Blanche.
Blanche. She was
Blanche.
like saying some like racist stuff to like his character, and she didn't realize like
That
that
it
was
was
bad.
racist.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he like called her out on it, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
this is why kids now kind of suck because like they don't get taught
They don't get called out on anything.
good things like this in TV shows
Well, and
anymore.
that's the thing too. I mean, like they talked about um AIDS and HIV. They talked about, being gay. They talked about, racism. They
Yeah, for
talked
sure.
about, um medical gaslighting. Of course, that terminology wasn't used back then, but
Yeah.
I remember there was, Dorothy was having a really hard time and like kept going to the doctors and the doctor was saying there was nothing wrong with her, it was all in her head, and she wound up getting diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. And that was a
Yeah.
huge deal. And she actually goes back, she sees her doctor in a restaurant and confronts him in the restaurant.
Fuck you,
I
doctor.
mean, yeah, I mean, that stuff wasn't talked about back then.
Mhm.
Yeah. Raven, what was another TV theme?
So, Golden Girls was a second one for me because,
Yeah.
I loved it. But what there's like three of them that popped into my head kind of like all at the same time. Like they're all instrumental, they're all
Mhm.
creepy, and they all
Okay.
just kind of set the tone
Okay.
for the entire show.
All right.
One of them is X-Files.
Of course.
Oh, you just.
Oh yeah,
Love the
that was
X-Files theme.
obviously one of mine, so we can talk about that for a minute
Oh
for
yeah, I remember
sure.
that. Took me a minute.
I actually create this is back when I was more tech savvy. I actually created that as a ringtone for my ex mother-in-law
Hell
way back
yeah.
in the day. Love that theme song. Um, Unsolved Mysteries.
Yes,
The
Unsolved Mysteries is my
original.
fucking jam.
That's
Yes,
creepy.
Rachel actually told me she would be upset if I didn't bring it up on this episode because man, well that's another one that we leave on because there's an Unsolved Mysteries channel on the Pluto or Tubi or whichever one,
Oh, that's
and we
awesome.
just leave it on
Yeah.
there sometimes. And I'll be
Yeah.
catching myself because they have different themes over different seasons, and it's like the main theme song is the same, but they have like the music in between or like the over the over credits and I don't know. It's just like this real like it's a jam. They're all fucking
Mm-hmm. It
jams.
is. And then the last one that I think was probably the creepiest for me, and just thinking about it and like
Mhm.
thinking about how the feelings that it evoked in me when I was a kid, I
Yeah.
used to like not be able to watch the show a lot when I was like really little because it like creeped me out. Just the entire theme
Oh,
song, the music just creeped me out. The original Twilight Zone,
hell yeah! You hit the
the
trifecta in
black
the
and
same
white,
one.
Oh, with
yes.
like
Yes,
Rod
The
Sterling.
black and white, yes.
Yeah.
yes. You've entered a
Oh
new
my,
dimension, a dimension of space and time.
yes.
Yeah, the way he
Yes.
opened it too was really
And just
the way he said it.
the music always gave me chills. And I
Oh yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
explain it, as a kid. I mean, like I don't even know if I was in school, at the time.
Yeah.
It
Oh
was
yeah.
that little. They just creep me out.
I think that was what drew me to it. Was like I knew I was in for a creepy fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's crazy because I thought I had seen every episode of the Twilight Zone, but there's a lot of weird shit about season 4. They had to fit a different time slot, and they started doing like live sponsorships during the show, and they would cut the stuff like that. So when it got put into syndication, a lot of that stuff got cut out. So all of the episodes are like a weird link, so they don't get played on TV a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the other day I saw this random season 4 episode that I'll tell you about when we're done recording because it's going way off topic because it's bonkers. But I was just like, damn, I love the Twilight Zone, and it really was. It was the music at the beginning of the episode that draws you in.
Yeah. So there's one more that I wanted to mention because I couldn't think of the name of it until
Okay,
Brian just had it on the list, but I originally thought of it. House. Um,
Oh.
yeah, that's a
okay,
newer one. But it's I don't think the song was originally created for the
I
show.
don't remember that at all.
Mhm.
But Massive Attack, it's called Teardrop, and I could not think of the name of it. But yeah, it's a very cool song. If you like kind of like
Is
synth
it?
stuff, pop synth stuff,
Okay.
instrumental stuff, you should go listen to some of their stuff. They're really good.
I was gonna ask if it was a music, non. What's the word I'm thinking of? Instrumental. If it was
Yes.
an instrumental, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember if I don't think all of their music is, but that one is.
All right,
Okay.
Josh, you were on to something earlier. Let's talk about cartoon themes for a second.
Oh,
Cartoon.
dude, dude.
You
Are
you
you tell-
you
okay?
you let's go back to it.
I probably won't know a lot of
TMNT,
Teenage Mutant Ninja,
Ninja
Turtles.
Turtles, Teenage Mutant. Hell yeah, dude.
Ninja
There-
Turtles.
okay,
Yeah.
so something funny about that theme. All right.
Yeah.
So not only was that like as a kid probably the best, most hyped theme. There's
Uh-huh.
another one which I'm sure you know what that is too. Well, I'll say it here in a second. But
Is it
when
still
I
a
would
cartoon?
go, oh, it's not a cartoon, my guy. I think you
Okay.
already know what it is
Yeah.
now. But
Because
we're
we
not gonna.
have to
Well,
talk
hold
about
on, hold on. So what's really funny? I have a story.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
So that show came out in like 1987, right? I'm pretty sure it came out like 87, 88. A lot of people don't realize that.
I want to say 88.
People say it's like a 90s show. It is a 90s show, but it literally started in the late 80s. All right. I
Yeah,
don't think
went into
many people remember that.
94.
It ended in 94. Yeah. So it's a lot of it's in the 90s. Some half, we'll say half is in the 80s, and the other like half is in the 90s. Right. So it's like
Right.
split. So I remember that was my jam, dude. Like I had to watch it every Saturday, right? On Fox Kids if you lived in Indianapolis.
Rocks Kids,
Yeah.
Rocks Kids.
So we had went to Showbiz Pizza. Okay. And if you don't know what Showbiz Pizza is, that is what old guys like me, that was our Chuck E. Cheese then.
Man, you all missed out.
We had a way cooler version of Chuck E. Cheese. It was called Showbiz Pizza Place.
Showbiz Pizza Place.
Fucking Billy Bob is better than Chuck E. Cheese, by the way. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I remember going in there one time with my mom, and we got the Chuck E. Cheese that I went to, or the Showbiz place I went to, had like you had the door, and then you had the little walkway, and then you had the other door to get you into the arcade, right?
Okay.
So we went in the door, and like there was a family coming out on the door to the left. Like they had it had this setup where like it's kind of like roped off in the middle, people leaving, people entering.
Yeah.
Because it's kids, you gotta make sure kids are okay.
Right.
Kids are safe and shit
Separate,
from weird people. So as a family was leaving, I don't think I've ever told this story to anybody before. I remember when they opened the door, I heard the teenage. I was like, "What is that? Where's that coming from?" I didn't know that they had made an arcade game.
Oh
It
man,
was
yeah.
so fucking loud. Like it was one of the loudest arcade machines in the Showbiz.
Yeah.
And my mom goes, "Oh Lord, it's the turtles." She always called them the turtles.
The Ninja
Like,
Turtles.
she say it's damn turtle. And I'm like, "Mom, it sounds like there's a video game." And dude, that machine, when I
Yes,
look at
there
that now as an
was.
adult, it's like things when you look at your adult, they just don't have that same,
Yeah.
you're towering over it now as an adult. Whereas before when you were like 5, it looked like this the cool monstrosity thing that like towered over you, and you had to check it out. And so I remember like just losing my absolute shit mind as a kid, which I probably would now, even as a 41-year-old man.
Mhm.
I heard that.
You do that voice again.
I heard that with voice.
The kid voice.
It's the turtles. But as soon as I heard the sound that it makes when the fucking sewer goes off the lid,
Oh man,
they come out, I knew right away. I was like, "What are the Ninja Turtles doing here? What? Why is that playing? Are they playing the show?" And dude, I that was the first time I played the Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Hell
And
yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god, this is the coolest shit ever." Now the other show, and it's not a cartoon.
It's not a cartoon. It's cartoon-esque.
We are still, but it's cartoon-esque because this show always came on
live-action cartoon
after.
if you
This
will.
show came on after
With
the Ninja
cartoon.
Turtles did,
Okay.
and it's the Go Power Rangers.
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm
Go.
talking the fucking maddest, fattest, crunchiest, fire ass licks that you've ever heard on a children's TV show,
Dude,
with
that
the
shit-
fucking garbagest, crash ass lyrics ever.
Times like these that I can totally see the age difference between.
And like, dude, I'm not kidding. I have worked out at gyms before playing that in my ears, dude. Because it's a fucking hype song, dude. Like you're trying to, like when you're doing your cardio and you're fucking running on a treadmill, or in my fat case, walking on a treadmill, you feel like you're running because that shit makes you want to just like you get some pep in your step when you hear that.
That is a hair metal masterpiece.
You can't not. You know how there's some songs where you can't not like jam out to them when you hear it,
Yeah.
no matter where it's played at.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck. It could be in a bathroom. You'd like, that's that fucking song.
Oh my god.
That is that
And
fucking song.
and then when I found out later that was even that was a small that was yet but a mere small sample of a full ass metal fucking song.
Yeah.
Because then like remember in the later seasons they like really built that shit up. I don't care. I'm loud.
I know
The power
Dude,
of something
bro.
you've never seen before.
Bro, right? And they just I'm sorry. I'm even blow your ears out. But they just ripped dude, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then hold on, wait, my young one. Then
2 years younger
a game called Guitar Hero came out, and you could play that song, and I was like, my dream has been fulfilled. This is like coming full circle. But the Mighty Morphin it has to specifically be Mighty Morphin Power, the only Power Rangers that matters. I don't care who you
Yeah.
are.
Mighty
Sorry to my
Morphin
friend.
Power Rangers.
Sorry to my friend Brandon Banfield, who
Those
is a
Power
handler for
Rangers.
all of there is no other Power Rangers but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay,
Oh man, yeah.
that is
Well,
the song. That is
and you
oh
got to think about the lyrics to the song. It's because there's the music. This guitar riff is so fucking badass that we didn't care that the lyrics were literally "Go Go Power Rangers, you mighty morphin Power Rangers." How the fuck can someone be an a verb of their own self? Like how do they do that?
they put that at like baseball games I've been to, basketball
Or
games I've been to. They put that at the Colts games I've been
oh
to.
yeah.
Like, hell yeah, dude, let's go.
Yeah, well, and then like specifically, I don't know why Tommy always had his own theme song too, but first it was "Go Green
Oh my god,
Ranger, go!"
yeah.
Oh, God. And we thought that was the fucking bop. And then like like White Ranger, Tiger Power, White Ranger, Tiger
Tiger
Power. That shit
Power.
happened too.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were all over that shit. We were like,
Raven's looking at me like, what the fuck?
I'm not even
yeah,
looking
and
at
it's
you
like,
anymore. I
I
just
don't care.
this is like
Josh and I know what's up.
yeah,
We know
no, it
what's
had
up.
so much energy that those trash ass lyrics
Bro, it
were
didn't even matter
amazing.
how bad bro, it didn't matter how bad the episode was. The first like 2 minutes were banging. Like didn't
Yeah,
matter.
absolutely.
Banging. Absolute
We
banging.
were all like
Uh
breaking our collarbones and shit, trying to do backflips in our house. It was
all
awesome.
right, cartoons.
But
Um
G.I. Joe.
cartoons.
G.I. Joe. Fucking
Yeah,
starting off with that.
G.I. Joe was pretty good. I like
We'll
that
fight
theme
for
song.
freedom wherever there's trouble.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe was there.
I
And
was gonna
G.I.
go
Joe
like
against, oh man, I know all
I
the
was gonna
words.
go like Animaniacs, you know? It's time for
Okay.
Animaniacs. You know that fucking
Okay.
shit? That was a good
What about
one.
Freakazoid?
y'all are babies.
No, we're not.
I
wish
was
I felt that
thinking
way.
the Inspector Gadget.
Oh, that too. That's on my list.
That is a great one.
Inspector Gadget. Hell yeah,
That is
dude.
a great one. Yeah.
Loved that theme.
Fucking Inspector Gadget was that was a good fucking theme.
That
Yes,
was
it
a
was.
And then
great
you
one.
had
Yeah.
the Flintstones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
I also loved
Yeah.
Heathcliff.
What was the Heathcliff
It
theme?
was the cat.
I don't know that at all.
I
I don't
can't
know
think
that
of
at
what the Heath.
all.
Wait.
The Heathcliff theme?
Yeah, look up Heathcliff. I can't think of.
Well, I can't play. I can't play it right now
You
while
can't
we're
play it,
recording.
but
But
it's
I'll have to, I'll have to listen
Heathcliff
to it.
was like
I'll have to listen to it.
a knockoff gone all the way right. He was like a knockoff Garfield, but everybody loved Heathcliff
Oh,
too.
I
They
know. I
didn't
like
care if he
Heathcliff.
was a knockoff, you know.
Oh, Heathcliff
Oh,
was the best.
here's another one. Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
duh.
That's like yeah. Although I didn't watch a lot of Scooby Doo as a kid. I didn't.
I didn't either.
I
I
watched
watched
a lot
it
of
here and there.
Scooby Doo.
Okay, so kind of segueing into like maybe animal themes from that. Remember Mr. Ed?
Oh my.
I loved
Of
Mr.
course, of
Ed.
A
course.
horse is a horse. Of course, of
of
course.
And the horse
Oh
looked
Jesus.
yeah.
Well, if you're gonna bring up Nick at Night, we might as well just do the Green Acres. Green Acres is the place
The
to
place
be.
for me. Yeah, dude.
Our
I heard that
man
with
is
my
the
grandma
life
too. Fuck
proceed.
yeah.
Wasn't that like Zsa Zsa Gabora and
That was Eva.
or Eve?
Oh,
Yeah,
Eva.
that's
and
right.
that's another one where the actual star of the show sang the theme song.
They sing the
They
theme
did,
song.
yeah.
There you go. Let's
Do you remember Petticoat Junction?
No,
Yes, because
no,
I
but
hung out with my
Thank you,
grandma.
Josh.
the
Thank
only
you.
the only junction I know is Conjunction Junction.
No,
What is
What's
your
your
Petticoat Junction, I think it was either a spin-off of what was the one we were just talking about?
Oh, was it a live action?
Green Acres.
Green Acres. Yeah,
Jeez.
it was a
okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
associated with that, I think, in some way. But it had like they were in like the water tower or whatever. It was like had all the girls in the water tower and they were like
ever watched.
they were bathing in the water tower or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like had their clothes hung over the water tower.
Hung over the
like, their
water
heads
tower
popped up.
fence. Yeah.
Yes. And then like they would one by one pull them down and get dressed.
Yeah.
But we also have to do.
Real
Oh.
quick though, because we were talking about another one that just popped into my head that was sang by one of the stars. Give me a break. Not give me. Give me a break.
What's that from?
That's the name of the show. Give Me a Break with
Oh,
Nell Carter.
okay.
It had Joey Lawrence in it when he was like 5 years old.
You're old.
Oh shit.
Said I was young. Now I'm old. Now you're old.
It-
You don't remember that show?
Also, remember
Uh,
Give Me a Break?
Oh, come on. But you guys remember
She was a black housekeeper for a white family.
no.
Yes.
that one?
Yeah.
I'm
Um,
sure it exists. I just don't remember it.
how about
Say it.
this one? Da 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 da.
Dun,
Oh,
dun. I was gonna say, if we
Da-da-da-da.
don't fucking say the Adams Family,
Hell yeah,
that's a
dude.
crap.
Adam's
Because
Family, man.
that is so iconic that it
That is
immediately makes you
iconic.
think. Yeah, it is a very iconic theme song.
yeah.
And they used it for the movies too, which was even better when those
Oh,
movies came out.
absolutely.
They did
Yeah.
the same thing with the movie.
Yeah. What
Dude,
about
yeah.
okay, you guys probably don't know this one, but the Monkeys.
Hey, with a
Yeah,
monkey.
Yeah.
Monkey.
I remember that. Yeah,
Loved them.
I remember that one.
Loved that show.
Yeah.
I remember that shit. Oh,
See, they sang theirs too.
They
guys, we
sang
got
their own song because they were a fake band. They were like Milli Vanilli, except they actually did the voices.
They were not a fake band.
we're not a fake band.
They were not a fake band. So
She just
they
made her mad.
actually, dude, you have no idea. So
Fuck that.
they were created as a quote unquote fake band for this show, but they actually
Yeah.
were able to play all of their own instruments. They actually had to fight for the rights, no
party.
pun intended.
The party.
Yeah, it's a party.
It's a party.
To be able to play their own instruments. That's like when
mean,
they
that's
went out
great.
on tour. Like when they went out on tour, and yes, that was my very first concert when I was like 7 years old, was the Monkees. And like people were actually shocked that they knew how to play their own.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People would make sure to see if they fucked up. I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so
That's
here's
great.
another one. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A
Neighborhood.
beautiful day for a neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Would you
Would
be
you
mine?
Yeah,
Would
absolutely.
you be
Be
mine?
Dude, okay.
I love that theme.
What about Married with Children? Remember we went and saw the fountain in
Marriage,
Chicago?
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. We saw that
now.
fountain.
Is that a real whole song or was that just the theme song? I don't know about that one.
It's
It's
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
It's an old one. It was not
Okay.
created for the show.
So it is. Yeah. Okay.
It's
okay.
a real song
It's
made
legit.
by
So-
an actual singer.
So if we're talking about real songs that breached into the TV theme song era, let's start talking about a couple of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
Um,
well, I had started out with Wonder Years, so Married
Yeah.
with Children. What you got?
Yeah.
I got another one.
I have another one too.
How about Malcolm in the Middle?
I don't
What was the
remember that
Malcolm in the
one.
Middle song?
It was "You're Not the Boss of Me" by They Might Be Giants. Now I know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
See,
shot that.
I love They Might Be Giants, and in fact, I bought the Malcolm in the Middle soundtrack. Um,
for They Might Be Giants.
dude,
That's
that
for
was
the
actually
song.
just a great soundtrack. Like if it, I'm not saying it's one of my
So you know, here's something funny.
five
They
Desert
played at
Island
Gen Con
albums,
one
but
year.
it's like if we expanded the Desert Island albums to like 20, it would be on that list.
You know, they played at
um,
Gen Con one year.
They Might Be Giants. No shit.
Yeah, they played at Lucas Oil Stadium.
That's
Or no, wait, I'm sorry. They did an outdoor show, I think. I think it was them.
weird to
I
me.
think it was them. Pretty sure it was them.
So what about that 70s show?
What was that one?
Wow,
Hanging out down the street.
on the street. Yeah, I can't
can't
think
think
of
of
the
sing
song
that.
though.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
What about
It's gonna drive me crazy.
I'll be there for you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hate that fucking
Friends.
show.
The
I hate that
Friends.
show.
funny is that
We're Friends.
I loved that show. I loved that song.
That's a great
Now,
fucking
now.
song. I'll
You
fight you over
can't-
that.
You can't help but to clap.
Yeah. Rachel
During
and I
that
were doing
song.
something last weekend, and that song came on the radio, and we were moving the wrestling ring when it was all like heat advisory and don't be outside, and we were outside for hours doing heavy lifting, and we're just on the way home, and we hadn't even picked up food yet, and that song comes on, and the only sound that either two of us had made in like 20 minutes was, and then went back to just driving in silence because the song
I
came on.
Oh, I thought maybe you were gonna say pivot or something.
What about
No, no,
what about The Simpsons? The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
and when you were talking about
Still-
the Ninja
still on
Turtles arcade
TV,
game
By the
earlier,
way.
that was another one that like
Mhm.
I heard that song in an arcade and I was like, oh
And you're like,
shit.
what?
Turns out that's one of the best arcade games ever made.
I mean, if you like the Ninja Turtles game, you're gonna you have to like that one by default because it's like the
well,
same game.
did you know that was actually like the sequel to that game and then they just changed the sprites?
Oh, really?
They were like, yeah, they were making the sequel to that game, and they're like, okay, fuck it, we're just gonna make it a Simpsons game now. I just found that out the other
Dude,
day, so I don't
you
know
know
how
what,
valid that is. So if I'm
bro?
lying to you, I'm sorry. For the one
How did
time, I'm
we
sorry about lying.
how did we forget about
What?
the Batman the Animated Series theme, my guy?
Oh, yeah. Well, something that I was thinking was the like that's definitely one
That's
of
a good one.
the better like cinematic out of all of the superhero because we got to talk about Spider-Man, X-Men too. But out of all of them, I think Batman was just like that was fantastic.
Hmm.
That that wasn't that got you excited in a different way, in a heroic way. Because like the aforementioned X-Men and Spider-Man from the same era those were also very metally. Those were very guitar led, But Batman,
Yeah,
oh,
the
that
Batman
was
was pretty hard.
very close to the Tim Burton score. It was very good.
So I just saw one on one of the lists that Brian pulled. I'm mad because like I pulled
Oh,
up a list earlier and I backed out of it and now it won't let me get back in because I have to pay for the article because it's one
well,
of those
that's
where you only
stupid.
get like a
It's
free
okay.
article or something. So it makes me mad. But one that I just saw on Brian's list, another one, and you guys probably don't even remember this one at all, but
Mhm.
Ally McBeal. And that theme song was on the radio. It was really popular for a long time. It was
Yes.
by Vonda
Oh,
Shepard.
I don't
shit.
know that one at all.
Yes, it was called Searching My Soul. I loved that song
Yes.
for the longest time.
I forgot it all about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
yes.
I'm gonna read the lyrics. I'm not gonna sing them, but I'm gonna read the lyrics. You guys have to guess the song.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
I'm as soon as I say the first sentence, I think Josh is gonna get this before you're gonna get it.
Great. Of course.
But I don't want if Josh, you know it. I want you to wait, and we're gonna wait and see if Raven can get
Okay.
it before you get
Oh
it. I
Lord.
know you're gonna get it because you're the same age as me. Okay.
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 All right. I'm gonna read it. I'm not gonna sing it.
Okay.
All right. I want to be the very best,
Oh my
like no
God.
one ever was.
Yes. Yes. Hang on.
To catch them is my real test.
It's
To train,
Pokemon, isn't it?
yeah. Oh my
Training is
God!
my
I'm so proud of
cause.
you.
Yeah, guys. You just
Yeah.
said it would be the very best. I'm like, wait, I know this. I know this. It's Pokemon.
Great. Pokemon.
I will travel across
But I only know this from Brian.
searching far and wide.
I would
Right.
now I was certainly familiar with Pokemon. I had my one of my nephews was really into Pokemon when he was a kid, but and he collected the cards, but
Who,
that's about it.
who lives on a pineapple under the sea?
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
That would be SpongeBob
Freaking hated
SquarePants.
that show. Hated that
Uh,
show.
Man, I feel like Nickelodeon could just have
My
its
cousin
own
was
With SpongeBob.
obsessed with this
sub
show.
episode, just of Nickelodeon theme songs for sure.
Yes, my younger cousin was obsessed with this show, and I could not stand this show.
That's
Okay, so you want to talk about hyped up theme songs?
Oh
We're
God.
talking it's Saturday morning. No. It's I'm pretty sure it was on during the school week, and that was kind of the whole point. But it's the morning, and then someone's singing about when I wake up in the morning, something, 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 and
What?
Saved by the Bell. I can't remember the theme song to Saved by the Bell right now for the life of me because it's in the heat of the moment. But that was another hype theme song. It's and that
oh
jamming
yeah.
piano.
The
Yeah,
sa- the
it's all
ding, ding,
right
ding, ding,
'cause
ding, ding,
I'm
ding,
Saved
ding,
by
ding.
the
Yeah,
Bell.
I
Yeah,
remember that one. I remember that one. Yeah.
that got you pumped. It still wasn't as good.
Okay,
Yeah, I love that show.
I'm gonna
Oh
make you
yeah, but
guess.
no, the theme
Okay,
song was
hold
fucking
on.
hot.
Another speaking of like TV shows, drama, teenage dramas, stuff like that. Real quick, another one that was an instrumental that, oh my God, 90210, Beverly
Yeah,
Hills 90210.
Don't remember the lyrics.
Oh my God, they had like soundtracks. I had the soundtrack, but like, no, there was no lyrics to that. It was all instrumental. It was
yeah.
fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes, see,
All right.
Josh knows
I'm
it.
gonna start reading these lyrics. I want you
Oh,
guys to figure it out.
Okay.
geez.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see who gets it right. You might get it right off the very first line. Whatever happened to your predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, the
Even
evening TV.
TV.
No idea what this is.
Whatever happened to predictability? Oh my
Oh,
God.
is this Family Matters?
No, no.
See, I
Nope.
I don't know what it is.
Full House.
Oh
It's Full
shit! Yeah, I
House
didn't watch that show.
because they're the same
Uh,
song at different parts. I
mean,
swear.
Thank you. See,
I
that's
mean-
that's what we're talking about.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's not the black family, it's the white family show.
yeah, I didn't watch that show. I was not a fan.
It's kind of funny that like they use the same theme, just like the
Well, it
different
wasn't too far
different
off.
ethnicities, same theme song, but tweaked.
But all
Yeah.
the same network. They just recycled.
Yeah. You know.
All right,
Yeah,
what else you guys
wasn't a
got?
fan of
What
that
else you
show.
guys got? What other theme songs you guys got? While I'm looking some other ones
So
up
they're
for you to try to figure out.
fantastic theme songs.
So a more current one that I thought of earlier and completely forgot about,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's very popular. If
Uh,
the last season would ever come out, Stranger
oh
Things.
no.
Oh, you like
Yeah.
the theme to Stranger Things?
It's okay. I do. It's just it sets the tone for the entire show. It's another one of those
Yeah.
creepy instrumental, like,
That's one of those you don't skip. You know, we talked about like
Yeah.
skipping the theme.
yeah.
Like I was
Yeah.
I was hanging out with a friend and we were watching some of that one time and they skipped it. I'm like, you just
It-
committed a big sin. What is wrong with you? Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's wrong. That's way wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that.
One that I know that we talk about in the group chat a lot, but I don't remember if you guys have actually watched. How about Dexter?
Never have watched Dexter.
Nope.
That one's so the theme song is him like waking up and having his day and like cooking breakfast and getting ready for work and shit. Sometimes when I'm waking up and having, getting ready for work and having breakfast and shit, I'll be humming the Dexter theme song to myself. Just because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm cooking breakfast now and I'm cooking eggs and now I'm
Oh,
brushing
I
my
have
teeth
one.
and-
Oh Lord.
I have another one. We're gonna play a
Okay,
game. I don't know if
yeah.
anybody else is gonna get this.
Oh, I have another one too. I thought
Right.
of it when we first started and forgot.
I'm gonna sing this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sing it. No way. I'm not singing it on the show. Never do that here. I'm gonna read this.
Okay.
Let's see if you guys get it. Because this is a song. You both are old enough to know this show. So
Okay.
here we go. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet
The
blank.
Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
Yeah! It's time to play the music. It's
Yeah.
time to light the light. Yeah, yeah.
I used to watch that show.
It's a good one. I love that one.
Hell
That one's
yeah.
good.
That is
That
a
one's
great
good.
one.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's some
Remember
good
when,
shit.
when Scrubs was a
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
theme song that was on the radio and everyone was like, where the fuck did the
Yes.
rest of the song come from?
Uh-huh.
Do you guys, and you guys might be a little too young for this because I was younger when this one was on. In
What's
Living
that?
Color.
In
What was the
living
theme song?
color,
Color, you can
do
do
what you
Oh,
want.
yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that
In
theme.
living color.
Yeah. What about 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock?
Rock, rock. Oh yeah, Happy
The
Days.
fucking Happy Days
Saturday,
theme.
what a
Yeah.
day.
That was a good
Yeah,
theme.
Yep.
That's a
that's
good
another
theme
one that
too. That's a
was, like
classic.
Yeah.
that
Such a
immediately you're like,
classic theme.
oh, that show, yeah.
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 All in the Family.
I still don't remember that one either.
Well, that's what they're doing a parody of in Family Guy. That's what the Family Guy theme song is. I don't know how we got
Oh,
this
is
deep
it?
into the show without bringing that up.
I didn't even realize
Yes.
that's what that was. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because the Family Guy theme song is is another one of those ones that it's will go down in history as a great TV theme song, but literally it's just a parody of the All in the Family theme.
Interesting.
Yeah. Fuck, how does that? And we knew who we were then. Girls and girls and men were men. I'm trying to do. I do a bad Archie Bunker. What about? Okay,
Oh, looking
the
at
King of
these
the Hill
themes.
revival's coming up. How do you feel about the King of the Hill theme song?
I don't remember how that one goes.
It was all instrumental, and it was dun 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 dun. I don't know. That's another one that just kind of gets stuck in my head sometimes when I'm doing work.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I could see that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read one
Oh my goodness. Okay.
to I'm gonna read one to Josh. Raven's not gonna get
Okay.
this one. I don't think she knows this song. This theme. Maybe. You can guess if you know. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready, Josh?
I am
Because
ready.
you grew up in the same era as I did, and
Fucking hit
by
me.
God, you better know this song. You have about like 5 lines of lyrics
I'll do
before
it
I get
too.
to a part. Oh, we playing. Do you know the lyrics now?
Hell yeah.
Okay. We run, we jump, we swim and play.
Okay.
We row and go
Will
on
we
trips.
Hang on. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
The
row, we
things that
go on
last
trips.
forever are our dear friendships.
Friendships.
I know this.
Camp Anawana.
We hold you in our hearts, but when we think about you, it makes us wanna fart.
I can't find one. I was like, I know this one.
That's why I was like, he has until I get to Camp Anawana to like.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I'm like, yes.
Oh, I knew what it was
Do
immediately.
you guys remember Hey Dude?
What was the
Hey, dude. Yeah.
Where'd that one go?
I don't remember.
But
But I used to be
I
able.
remember it having a very memorable
I
theme.
actually
Yes.
learned. But I actually learned it. Yeah, I actually learned how to play that by ear when I had a keyboard when I was
Yeah, yeah,
younger.
yo. Yeah,
Couldn't do it
wow.
now.
Oh, yeah, yo, yeah.
Yeah, I can remember fucking Hey Dude's theme song, but I can't remember what my boss asked me to do like 3 days ago. Fuck, man.
That's life. That's life for you, my dude. That's
It's
life.
like,
That's great. What are some more current ones?
I don't remember. See, a lot of the current ones don't feel as memorable as the old ones.
yeah, it's. I'm trying to think of like
And they don't have
some of the
they
more
don't have
current
actual
shows that I've watched.
songs.
I
I
mean,
feel like they
like,
don't have actual songs either, though. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
a lot of them, like like The Walking Dead was like that's
yeah.
a memorable
Yeah.
one.
I mean,
But like
that one.
they're not like there's no lyrics. There's no lyrics.
No,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
anymore. You know.
It's all just like it's all like MIDI versions of like songs.
Well, it's because people understand what licensing is now, and in order
Yeah,
to like
that
have
shit's
a theme
expensive.
song like that, it's expensive to keep it going, especially in syndication. Um, there's been instances in the past where they just like either don't play the theme song anymore or just play like some
Yeah.
weird version of it, uh, just to help fit syndication better. Sometimes theme songs get cut out. Uh, Oh,
Mhm.
which while I was saying that, it made me think of one because depending on the episode that you watch, there's different lengths of it. Home Improvement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dun
Okay, I
dun
have
dun
another one
dun
for you
dun
guys.
dun dun
Oh my
dun.
God,
Yeah.
how did we not think of this? I Love Lucy.
What was that
Oh
theme?
yeah.
I
It
don't
was
remember that
another
one.
instrumental, but that's been like
Yeah.
redone and parodied and retooled to death. Like
Yeah.
that definitely was an iconic like of the
Okay.
era theme song for
Oh.
sure. All right,
Oh
but what was
no.
yours, Brian?
Brian's got another
I
one.
got another one for you
Yep.
guys to guess.
Yep.
This is fun. We should play more games when we do these shows. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like this
All
game.
right, here we go. God, you might get this right off the. This is one of those where like,
Okay.
if you notice, a lot of these, the first line is all you need, right? Usually,
Test me.
right off the rip. Here we go. Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state. Then
Oh,
nearly
yeah,
14 billion years ago, expansion started.
It started
Oh,
late.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Yep.
That's another really good one too.
So I
I like that show.
actually really love that show, but I haven't actually seen a bunch of full episodes.
should watch
I've
that.
only
We should
seen
start
a
that.
handful of episodes, and
Start it and watch it.
yeah, we really should. But
Mhm.
I see the snippets of it, the reels on Facebook all the time, and I always
Yeah.
watch them because I love them. So I know tons of what happened in that show without ever actually like watching.
Yeah,
it.
but you're probably not going to
Yeah.
remember until the moment gets there. Like
Yeah.
it's the build up to the
Oh,
moment.
for
not the,
sure.
It's not about the moment. It's about the build up and the backstory.
Oh my God, Brian, how have you and I not talked
about
about
The
this one? Yes, The Office.
Yeah,
I
so
was
like
gonna.
that's
Yeah, that was
another
another one
where
that
you
needs to
don't
be
skip
brought up.
the intro. The intro is like part of it because you
I
get
mean,
to
they
see-
halfway skip the intro most of the time anyway. They cut the songs.
Yeah.
God, it makes me so
so
mad on
much.
TV when they just like do the they just like skip past the whole
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. Dun. They just skip
Yeah.
right to it. I'm like, you bastard! You
That's
skipped
another
like
great TV.
Oh my God.
theme.
Three's Company.
come and knock on our door. Oh God,
Yeah.
how about that?
I was trying to think of some more ones where they like describe what's going on way too much. Like Three's Company is a good one, but have you guys ever watched Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yes, a
Yes.
long time ago. I don't remember
So-
any of it.
There is an
I
an
love that
outlying
theme.
narrative that goes on outside of the movie that you're watching that kind of
Yeah.
sometimes changes from show to show and sometimes things
Oh
change.
yeah, there's a
The
whole
theme
like art.
song, the theme song changes with the changes in the show.
Yep.
Yes. Which I've always thought was great. It's it's one of those ones where it changes and adapts to what's going on. And I've always loved it because it tells you what's going on. If you've never seen an episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000 before, and you're just watching like a random like ninth season episode, guess what? You're gonna fucking know what's going on. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Are you ready to play Guess the Theme?
Okay.
Guess the theme.
This is another one that's going to be right off the rip.
Lord.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, airplanes.
Airplanes.
It's a duck blur.
Duck blur.
What is this, Josh?
We'll write a mystery or
Or
rewrite
rewrite history.
DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Woo! Hell
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
That was another one that went way harder than it needed to.
So it's just like a cartoons we grew up with had some of the most banging songs.
Hanging fucking songs, dude. You see why I was excited to do a theme song episode? Like, that's some fucking banging theme songs.
Dude, this
Rescue
was
Rangers.
what about MASH?
Oh man, that other song was so good that you didn't even know it was about unaliving yourself.
What? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Check out the lyrics, my guy.
All right, Josh, do you know this one?
Okay.
Daring Duck of Mystery, champion of right. Swoops down from the shadows.
Oh my goodness.
Darkwing owns the night.
Darkwing owns the night.
The Darkwing
Wait.
Duck theme.
I don't
Dude, that's a
actually
good one
remember the
too.
words. 4, 3,
That's a
2,
good
1.
one.
Darkwing
Darkwing
Duck.
Duck.
When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing
Yes.
Duck. Hell
Oh my
yeah.
God, different strokes.
Yes.
That is a great one. Different Strokes is a great one too.
Oh man.
There's In Living Color. I was mentioning that earlier. Let's see. I'm scrolling through a list now because I know there's like tons more we haven't mentioned.
All sorts
Oh,
of great
I have
ones. Yeah.
fun.
No, this
So this
episode's
one
gonna get a
isn't
part
this
2.
one isn't on the list, but when I mentioned Different Strokes, it reminded me because I think it was around the same time frame. Silver Spoons. Do you guys
What?
remember that? You don't remember Silver? I don't know if it's Silver
No.
Spoons or Silver Spoon. I think it's Silver
No.
Spoons.
It was Silver Spoons, but I can't remember what the theme song was.
I can't, oh jeez. It's gonna drive me nuts. Oh my God, Match Game. Well, we kind of talked about that.
Okay, I have to guess the lyrics.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sing how it starts because how it starts is gonna give it like right away. I'm one tough Gazookas, which hates all palookas.
Look at this.
What ain't on the up and square. I biffs 'em and buffs 'em and always outroughs 'em and none of 'em gets nowhere.
That's nonsense.
Anyone dares to risk my fisk, it's boff and it's wham, understand? So keep good behavior. That's your one life saver. With
Popeye the Sailor Man.
How on earth do I not know this? I used to love that cartoon.
Josh knows what's we should have an episode about cartoons, bro. Just me and you.
Yeah.
Talk about fucking cartoon. We could talk about
Yeah.
cartoons.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Hey,
That's another great one. Just whistling. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what was that one? What's the name of that one?
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to find some more. Let's see.
Well,
No shit. What are you? Oh my God. How have we not done this one yet? Hold on a second.
hit me.
Hold on.
Holding.
Oh,
Maybe
now
you
it's
might
doing
not
the
know.
same thing to you. Dang it. What just happened? Stupid Rolling Stone.
Oh, how's that?
Ooh, I am sad.
Well, I don't know the lyrics, but it's the Pink Panther song theme.
Oh, yeah.
The parts.
Da-da.
Da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that one. The fucking Pink Panther
It
was
reminds me of
too.
Get Smart or Dragnet.
Yeah.
Ragnet, Get Smart. Yeah, that was a funny show.
Yeah. Damn smart.
Ooh,
Oh, man,
Perry
I'm trying-
Mason.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm looking them up.
Oh, I thought you were like trying to
Here we
clear your
go.
throat to
Here we go.
spout some-
Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes
These
picking up the
two
slack.
gumshoes. I'm
There's no
picking up a
case too
slack.
big,
No case too big, no case too
case too
small.
small. When
I
you
actually
need
said this
help,
earlier,
just
and I didn't think you heard me. Yeah, Chip and Dale's was another
Dale,
great
the
one.
Chippendale Rescue.
God. Yeah, oh my guys. Good Times. That's the one I was trying to think of
Good
earlier.
times. Oh, that's the
Oh
one you're
yeah,
trying to say.
that's a
Okay.
good one. That's a good one.
Um,
That's a good one. I like that one.
what was the other one? Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord, how did we
Please help.
forget?
I'm like, they're all running together now. Oh geez. Oh my gosh. What with the
What's
four
happening?
girls? No. What's happening is the one I was trying to think of earlier, not Good Times.
Okay.
But no, there's another one from the 80s. The four
Oh,
girls.
you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have the backs of life.
Thank you, Josh.
What the fuck you guys talking
What's her name? Mrs.
about? Facts of life. The facts of life.
Mrs. Garrett. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Garrett.
I forgot about that show.
God,
Jeez,
what is wrong with
please.
me? All right. Hit me with another one. What one were you saying you couldn't believe we haven't talked about yet?
Me with another one. I thought I had one, but I don't have one now, so my bad.
I was gonna say I
Love,
had a whole list I was thinking about.
Love Boat.
Yeah, Love Boat. That's another one. Yeah.
The
Oh, speaking of older
Jeffersons.
shows, fucking Knight Rider. Knight Rider goes
Oh my
hard.
gosh. Yes.
That went
Yeah.
hard. That went hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I got really excited about that one.
Oh, okay. Another one that explains to you the premise of the show every episode you watch. The A-Team.
Oh shit, yeah, dude. Okay, I got one.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
I can't say one of the lines because one of the lines is the name of the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are coming down the stairs. They are coming down in pairs.
Are you hitting us with fucking bananas and pajamas? Get out of here, Brian. You're grounded.
I'm so glad that you know that one.
Oh my god.
Oh God, we forgot. There's another one we forgot. Oh my God.
Okay, hit me.
Do you guys remember One Day at a Time? You guys probably don't remember that.
No, I'm sorry.
Dude, what about the Dukes of Hazzard?
Yes.
Okay, guys, are you ready?
Sure. Oh my God, the Brady Bunch. That's not on the list I was looking at, but I saw Laverne and
Oh
Shirley
yeah,
and it
that's
reminded me
another
of the
one where
Brady
it tells
Bunch.
you what's going on. Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I don't know how many know this one,
Okay.
but here we go. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon.
Why does it sound like
I love you in the evening underneath the moon. Skinnamarink,
Skinnamarink-a-dinky
dink,
dink,
skinnamarink. What show is that from?
That was Lamb Chop and Friends. Sherry
That was
Lewis
Wrong.
and
Sherry
Lamb Chop
Lewis
Friends.
and Friends.
Wrong. That's not from that show. That is from the Elephant Show back in the '90s on Nickelodeon. That was the Skinnamarink Dink show. That was from Sharon, Lois, and Bram. I think it was
Sherry Lewis.
Sharon, Lois, and Bram, not Sherry Lewis.
Me and Josh both had
You
the
guys are
same
thinking
idea.
of this is the song.
No, we know that about the song that doesn't end, but
It's the Elephant Show. Skinnamarink.
Telling you that was also on Lamb Chop. I'm telling you, man.
I
You
know.
guys just had what we like to call the what's
No,
that called? Mandela effect. It's
Maybe
Mandela
you have the
effect.
Mandela effect, Brian.
Maybe your mom's a Mandela effect.
Maybe
I don't
your
think Sherry
mom's
Lewis
a
ever did that
Mandela
song.
effect. Telling you.
Did she ever do that song?
Who knows? Who knows? Ah, speaking of who, what about Doctor Who? I know you guys don't watch, but man, that's another one that at least us fans of the show, fucking, that's part of the fun is just, oh,
What is it?
Doctor Who. It's crazy warped out sci-fi theme song. It's one of those ones out there with like
Yeah.
X-Files where it's just an instrumental, but it just sets the tone.
Right. Yeah. The fucking Skinnamarink song. That is one of those songs like
Spell that skimming.
Skinnamarink.
Skinnamarink.
Skinnamarink. Anyway. So yeah. All right, guys. About that time.
We have Yeah, and I'm sure that this could pack a whole nother episode. We need to talk about cartoons, so this episode will have spin-offs.
We'll talk about. We're gonna do a whole ass cartoon episode. It's like
Oh, I'm excited about
favorite
that.
cartoons. I can't believe we've never done that. In all the 115 episodes we've now done, I can't
Yeah.
believe we've never talked about cartoons.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. That we've never had a solid discussion on like cartoons in general.
That's not. Yeah, no. I think we
Josh,
talked about Saturday mornings.
So that's so weird to me.
so
Yes, Raven.
Josh,
Yes.
I think Brian is correct that we might have had the Mandela effect on that song.
Yeah, it's Elfin
Well,
show.
I'm looking it up. It was never on.
Yeah, never was.
It was never on.
I think you guys think that because it's Sharon Lois and Bram. You guys think Sherry,
Sherry Lewis instead of
Sharon Lois
yeah.
and Bram did the.
Yep.
Because it would go skin
What?
them or rinky dinky dink, skin 'em a rinky. Yeah, there was a whole dance behind it.
yeah.
It was an Elephant show. I love that show as a kid.
Fucking right. All right.
We,
My
we could
bad.
talk about some. We could talk about some fucking Eureka's Castle. That was one of my
Much as
favorite
it
TV shows.
pains me to admit
Eureka
that Brian was right.
Castle, yeah.
Ghost Rider was a banging show too.
Word.
Do you remember Ghost Rider?
Yeah, that
Where they had the fucking ghost that would like fill in the
in the
they'd
special
solve
journal.
they'd
I
solve
wanted a
mysteries.
ghost friend that talked to me in a special
you ever watch
journal and
that?
solved mysteries.
Mm-mm.
Fuck
You
me,
never,
you know?
Raven, you never watched Ghost Rider as
What?
much as you love books?
I don't think
Oh
so.
my lord.
No, that is the show that kid you would have loved.
You would have loved that. You would have loved that even as a teenager.
Ghost Rider? I don't think.
Yeah, they had like this.
Word.
They had to go like so basically like Jamal and his mom moved into a house. Jamal was a black kid.
Mhm.
They moved into a house and they went down in their basement and he dusted off this old notebook and like this ghost came out of it and it was like this little circle you could see that would move around. And so he would like
Sounds
had a-
awful like
they had a
like
special
possession.
journal that he would like the ghost would come down on and like write stuff in and then he would like highlight them and only him and like the other friends could see it.
So that
Yeah.
totally sounds like a show that I would have been into. When you were saying Ghost Rider, I was thinking you were saying Rider, and I'm just like,
No, Riker,
Ghost
like
swear that was a
Rider.
I was like, I swear that was a different show. Anyway,
That's a Marvel property, yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
He's
Marvel.
like,
It's the Marvel show.
wait, not what I was thinking of. No, that
Hell
does.
yeah, the spirit of vengeance, man. I think you'd really be into that shit. He fucking
Yeah, these are
he
all the.
rides a motorcycle and does good deeds and
So
shit.
you
man.
had Jamal, you had Gabby,
Yeah, that
and then her
actually looks
brother.
like that would be a good show.
and I forget what the girl in the far end's name was.
I don't know,
She
but
was
she
one I had a
reminds me of
crush on.
Six from Blossom.
But she was that was a good fucking show. And then Alex, Alex was Gabby's brother. They ran like the most stereotypical like Italian bread store in like New York. I think it took place in New York, right? But it was on for only 3 seasons. 92, 95. I watched every episode of that show. It was so fun. Oh, Ghost Rider would also use the computer too. Remember, Josh? He would
Yeah.
go on Jamal's computer,
Oh yeah, and sometimes you go
You
on
would,
the
like,
computer.
write on
I
the
forgot about
computer?
that, yeah.
which was
Well, it's been
weird
like
to see.
30 years since I watched that show.
I know, but like that was so weird to see that, like for like 90, like the mid 90s, and like
Yeah.
on the computer. That was the weirdest shit.
On the
Like
computer.
see Raven. There's a scene where he's like they're on like the PC.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, good show.
Yeah.
That was a banging show. I need to watch that
That was
again.
wonderful.
That is actually one of those shows I would go back and watch.
Figure out where
Yeah.
that's on streaming somewhere and
Mm.
hope for the best.
Nickelodeon used to have like a service called Noggin. They would have all their
yeah.
good ass shows on it, and I wish they would do that again.
Well, Nickelodeon, all of their stuff's
That's
on
stupid.
Peacock. No, Paramount Plus. I remember it was one of the P.
Okay,
Yeah.
word.
so
Oh, did you find another one?
I did. So
What's that?
I didn't, but I saw an article.
You didn't, but you did.
I saw an article that reminded me of this, and I cannot believe we didn't say this because Brian, you and I have actually met the gentleman host of this show, Blue's Clues.
I don't remember the theme though. I don't remember the theme.
I don't remember all of the words.
Just kind of had a cold open and went into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it kind of didn't have a theme.
they had music.
It had music, but it wasn't like. It-
They had music. It wasn't like a theme song, but shut
I
up.
remember the dog just going. Burp, 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 burp.
Okay, so that is a song.
And that
Thank you
was-
very much. But it's Blue singing the song. It is. That's Blue singing the song.
The Blues Clues theme song. I don't remember having a theme song, but all right. Like Josh said, it had like a cold open. It just kind of like went into it. That just was like Steve be like, I'm on my way home, and he'd be like singing a random song. It was never really a theme
What's
song.
up, guys? I'm an unemployed 20-year-old. I live at home with my dog, and I hallucinate things in my
Don't
kitchen.
be
Fuck yeah.
rude. Do not be rude.
What's up, guys? My name is Steve. I'm on LSD. I have an imaginary dog for a
all the
pet.
time. I jump inside
Hey.
pictures
I
and
sit in a big
storybooks.
talking chair.
I want what Steve was on, my guy.
Oh my God.
Him and Wishbone.
I know what you're gonna do right now. I already know. As soon as he said big talking shit, I just what you're looking up. I thought of it too, and I don't like you. I knew it. Pee Wee Herman.
Come on, it's time
As
to get
soon as he said
happy.
big talking chair, I was like, damn it.
We didn't end the show yet. That was such a banging song.
It
It was
was,
so
yeah.
good. It was like right in your face.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Come on in,
absolutely.
pull yourself up a chair, like chair.
Oh my God, stop.
Sure. That was a pretty good impression, bro.
No, it wasn't. Josh, do not encourage him.
You said the word. You said encourage. Ah.
How did I used to watch that?
What's the word of the
All right.
day?
All right, people.
Encourage.
I want to watch
No.
his documentary though.
Now, kids, whenever you hear
I
the
still
word,
haven't watched it either. I think we're gonna watch it.
I need to
I'm gonna
watch
make
it. I
Rachel
need to
watch
watch
it with
that.
me Friday.
That
We'll be like,
looks so
woman,
sad.
we're watching the documentary,
Okay.
woman.
You know, there was one time I think we were at a con and he was there and we didn't get to meet him because he did cons like
Man.
last
Yeah.
10 years of his life.
Or it was
Mhm.
one that we wound up not being able to attend,
So mad.
something like that.
I'm so
would've
mad.
always
That's why I
loved to have
always
met him.
tell people if there's somebody you really want to meet,
Just
go.
go do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
You never know. You never
Like if
know.
we ever get the opportunity to meet Dick Van Dyke and he's nearby anywhere,
I'm
gonna
so
go meet him
sad that
too.
we didn't get a chance to meet him.
But yeah,
Yeah, like I
Dude.
was able to meet Shannon Doherty, and I just, oh, I'm
Mhm.
so glad I did.
Oh, I know. I have like the best Shannon Doherty story. We'll talk about that after the show. But like,
Yeah.
Never did get to meet Luke Perry.
All right,
You know-
guys. Well,
I didn't get my picture signed by JR, and he had that cancer scare just now. Yeah, I was terrified I'd never get to get signed.
I'm glad I got to at least meet him. All right, you guys, that is gonna do it for this episode
This is fun.
of the next level.
Yeah.
And
The next level podcast.
we super appreciate you for listening to our show wherever you're at. We're gonna be trying to get some more guests on this show. So if you happen to work in any of those industries, like TV, music, movies,
Art. You're an author.
An author. Which actually, I will say that I did get someone from PopCon gave me a list of authors to have on here. I forgot to tell you about that. We'll get into that later.
My face just lit up because I've been really, really into reading again, thankfully.
Anyway, thanks for listening to the show, episode 115 of our podcast. You can leave comments on Spotify and on Good Pods. So talk to us. We don't get like any comments on there or the other place, on either place. So let us know what's your favorite TV show thing.
Give us some feedback.
Give us some feedback. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong. Let us know what you'd like for us to talk about. What would you like for us to talk about? What do you want to talk about? I'll pull a Cody
You will
Rhodes.
take ideas.
What do you want to talk about? We'll do that. Maybe we'll even put that up on our socials. Like, what would you like for us to talk about? What's a topic that maybe we'll take viewer requests for topics to talk about? That could be fun. If you came and saw us at PopCon, thank you for hanging out with us in advance. Thank you for hanging out with us at our panels. Whether it was this show, whether it was a bunch of marks, or if it was our podcast panel, where we talked about how you can get into doing this awesome thing that we love to do called podcasting. We appreciate you for hanging out with us. We hope you continue to listen to us. And if there's ever anything you can do to help us out, you can reach out to me. I'm basically the program director of this show and everything else here. It's bdaniels at the domain gpce.com. If you got a card, the email's on there as well. You can go there and get a hold of me. Other than that, we appreciate you, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Peace.